As teens, we'd imagined ourselves becoming kings and queens, the president of America, or even billionaire entrepreneurs that live lavishly. Some of us still dream of it now. But is it really just a dream? It's not, if you act on it. You can buy the fanciest car, the largest jet, or even the grandest houses money could buy. If willed and acted upon, anything is possible. Today, we'll show you 10 of the most juvenile billionaires in the world. Watching the stories of how these young adults got their wealth and how they act upon it might give you just the right push to move you closer into becoming the next billionaire. Here at Bear Luxury, we make sure you get the inspiration and drive you need to make your way into becoming billionaires. Stay tuned and discover the many ways these young billionaires made it to where they are today, and find out how they are more than just their titles. Given how easily an individual's net worth changes based on today's volatile market trends, the list would be arranged by age and not by worth. Starting with the youngest and second youngest on the list, Alexandra and Katrina Anderson, with Alexandra at 25 and her sister a year older at 26. They are heiresses to their father, Johan H. Anderson Jr., who owns one of Norway's largest investment and hedge fund companies, Ferd. The company amassed massive returns by investing in the Norwegian stock exchange, both privately and publicly. They were just 11 and 12 years old, respectively, when 42% of Ferd was transferred to each of them by their father as inheritances. What does that 42% translate into in cash? It's about $1.2 billion for each of the sisters. The beauty of these siblings, however, is not in the amount of money they have. It's that they have kept being humble despite their rise in status. It's no surprise given how grounded their father, Johan Anderson, is. As a well-known philanthropist, Johan has established a few institutions, even one within Ferd, that aim to help people, organizations, and even individual projects where social outcomes are more important than financial outcomes. He even handed out an average of $30,000 to each child of 50 employees of Ferd as support during the pandemic. If that is not the ideal billionaire family, then I don't know what is. They are one of the prime examples that show how money is but a tool that amplifies one's greatness. Third on the list is the young Norwegian Gustav Witzøe. He owns almost half of SalMar ASA, which is one of the top producers of farmed salmon in the world. He came to this possession when his father gifted a little less than half of his company to him back in 2013. His father was the founder of SalMar ASA, whose success brought about Norway's industrialization of fish farming. Gustav, despite helping run his father's company, is making a name for himself too. He bravely ventures into other, more modern fields and industries like tech startups and real estate. Oh, and that near half of SalMar is worth a staggering amount of $3.1 billion. That's a lot of startups and real estate to invest into. Wouldn't it be nice to one day wake up and be told that you are an heir to some unknown businessman worth billions of dollars? With that incredible stroke of luck, who would be the first you'd help, having access to that amount of money? Who is the one person who you care about the most today? Why and in what way would you help them? Leave a comment below and tell us your story. The fourth youngest billionaire, Evan Spiegel, is the co-founder of Snap Incorporated and is the acting CEO as well. Snap Incorporated is more commonly known as Snapchat, the social media giant that's currently the 11th most used social media platform in the world. But it wasn't all that smooth when he and his co-founder, Bobby Murphy, first started the company. It took them multiple years of constant grinding just to start earning money off their platform. After persevering, the company's growth exploded exponentially to where they are now. Bobby, Spiegel's co-founder, and Spiegel himself each have a net worth of nearly $4 billion. Snap Incorporated's owner, Bobby Murphy, is ranked 8th on the list. Bobby and Evan both studied at Stanford University, where they first met. Bobby studied mathematics and Evan studied product design. It is evident that they were taking the best classes for their future occupations and making the right friends. Fifth in the ranking, Ludwig Theodor Braun is another fortunate child to inherit more than $1 billion. He inherited 10% of his father's company, B. Braun Melsungen. The business, which began as a tiny drugstore that offered herbal cures in 1939, has grown into a sizable manufacturer of medical devices with a market capitalization of over $10 billion. In 1977, Ludwig's father assumed control of the business. He later gave his youngest son 10% of it. It has 58,000 employees worldwide, helps save lives by providing infusion and injection solutions, and even manufactures surgical instruments. Due to the high cost of the products and the absolute necessity for them, the medical device industry continues to be one of the most lucrative industries. But Ludwig did not receive as much inheritance as his elder sister did. The world's 10th youngest billionaire is Eva Marie Braun Ludick. Eva received 12% of the business, giving her $2 billion, a bit more than Ludwig's $1.2 billion. John and Patrick Collison, another set of siblings, are ranked at numbers 6 and 7. John is Stripe's co-founder and owner, while Patrick serves as co-founder and CEO. Stripe is a cutting-edge business that creates software that companies can plug into their websites and applications to rapidly connect with banking and payment systems and accept payments. Each of the siblings has received roughly $1 billion from this technology business. When the two young guys were studying at universities in Boston and Ireland, they came up with the concept for Stripe. Both of the brothers studied at Castleroy College in Ireland before finishing school in the United States. Seal-proof mechanisms for online money transfers between people and businesses were developed by Stripe. The 8th on our list was mentioned earlier. Avon Spiegel's Snapchat co-founder, Bobby Murphy, with a net worth of more than $2 billion. He was so dedicated and confident with their app Snapchat that after he graduated, he worked as a software engineer on an iPad's POS system provider, Revel Systems, and used half of his salary to help pay for Snapchat's server fees. That oozing confidence and belief in their application is what helped them reach that billionaire status. Isn't it inspiring to see that no matter how these billionaires legally acquired their wealth, what matters is what they do with their money? No one from the list became complacent when given the opportunity. With so much money at their disposal, they worked harder rather than spending it on useless things that don't give them merit. Like all successful businessmen throughout history, their ultimate goal is growth, and that's what makes them special. So solidify that same drive and values that you have to make sure you become a billionaire. Next is the last person on the list, as Eva Marie Braun, the 10th youngest billionaire, has already been mentioned. Ninth on this list is Wang Han, a Chinese billionaire who received enormous amounts of money from his deceased father. Junyao Group, an airline, was founded by his father, Wang Junyao. One of the largest airlines in China is Junyao Air. Given how rare it is to produce billionaires out of China's airline industry, the reason being that the industry usually only produces low returns, just shows how much control and finesse the Junyao clan has on their company. This gained them the confidence and favor of investors from all over the world. The Junyao Group also has significant stakes in China's food, retail, and educational sectors. With all these inheritances from familial bonds and unbreakable partnerships grounded on mutual trust, one would think that relationships are a valuable resource in making money. So always remember to be kind on your road to becoming the next billionaire. You'll never know if the person sitting next to you on a bus would be your next billion-dollar partner in the near future. Or maybe, just maybe, your grandma secretly won the lottery. Whatever the case is, treating others with dignity and respect will earn you riches much more valuable than money. If this video ignited the fire in you, don't forget to like and subscribe to Bear Luxury and hit the bell button to keep that fire burning. Be inspired by our next videos and become the billionaire you were supposed to be.